Hello everyone, Retro Gaming here, bringing you another episode of Raw Results for January 23rd, 2017. If you do like, please leave one and subscribe. But, in this episode of Raw Results and Raw, we start out, with, a recap of the Roman and Jericho rivalry, so, over the past couple weeks, leading up to their U.S. title match, which happened last week, and the result of that in Jericho winning, and how everyone feels after it. Then, to start out the night, we have Roman coming out, happy as ever, not mad they lost his U.S. title, but whatever. Then, Roman goes on for a bit, Jericho comes out for a bit, and, they talk for a bit. Then Y2J asked for a U.S. title rematch for Roman. He's like, oh, so you think you think he can beat me just easily again? He didn't literally ask it, but he put it forward hinting. Then Roman took it upon him to ask. KO agrees for Y2J, and then Y2J gets mad at KO. Then, after that, we have our first match of the night, which was Cesaro taking on Luke Gallows with Anderson at ringside, and also Sheamus at ringside. Or, wait, no. Anderson wasn't at ringside. No, never mind. Just Sheamus. But the winner of this match was Gallows, due to Anderson's outside interference on Sheamus. It allowed, oh wait. Yeah, Sheamus was outside. I'm trying to remember. Sheamus was on the outside. Anderson kicked him in the back of the head. Cesaro got distracted. Cesaro turned around, Luke hit him with the finisher, and yeah. Then after that, we had Mick calling Steph, on the phone segment. Zayn interrupts. Steph hears that Zayn interrupts, and then Zayn wanted to ask Mick, how should I announce my Royal Rumble entry? Should it be like up front or just a surprise? And then Steph hears that and says, you know what, Zayn? You're not going to be able to, you're not in the Royal Rumble. You're going to have to earn it. So she sets up a match between him and Seth Rollins. And if Seth Rollins wins, he gets his title match. Or, not his title match, his Rumble spot. But if he loses his Rumble spot, and Zayn gets it. But then after that, we had a Bayley interview. It was pre-taped about her women's title match coming up at the Rumble. Then after that, we had a Rollins and Mick segment about his Zayn match. And also Rollins finally bringing up Triple H. Then we go into the second match of the night, which was Seth Rollins taking on Sami Zayn. If Zayn wins, he takes Rollins' Rumble spot. And I really liked how they ended this match because it pushed the feud between Triple H and Seth Rollins without even having Triple H there. Which, I don't know why they didn't do this weeks ago, but whatever. But anyway, it was nearing the end of the match. It was a really good match. HHH, I'm just gonna call him that. Triple H's music hits. Seth Rollins gets distracted, turns around. Zayn rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Your winner of the match. And in the Royal Rumble now, Sami Zayn. Rollins is pissed. He just heads back to the room, or back to the backstage. Then, after we come back from commercial, or I think so. I don't know if we had a commercial break in between this, but Rollins is looking for Steph. He finds Mick. Mick says he didn't have anything to do with it. Rollins leaves and he's pissed as all, Then, after that, we go to uh, match 3 of the night with the Cruiserweights, and I don't know if it was that episode of 205 Live last week, but man, I did. Nobody was into this match, and I wasn't really into it either. But we had the team of Buffer Jack Gallagher, aka Drew Gulak, Rip Off Neville, Tony Nese, and Davari taking on Jack Gallagher, Mustafa Ali, and the bottom of the barrel, TJP, TJ Perkins. And, I just want to point this out. Austin Aries just said he loves knee pads for some reason during this match. I don't know why, but whatever. But, and then also, Corey Graves calls, Tony Nese the premier launderer, or whatever. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I forget the whole joke, but, you know. But the winner of that match were the baby faces, so TJP, Ali, and Gallagher, and I don't know, man. The only people that are gonna come from this division, in my opinion, and really succeed are Gallagher, Ali, Brian Kendrick, Davari, Cedric Alexander, uh, I guess Rich Swann, but I mean, I'm tired of him already. Then, after that, I clear my throat, and then we have a New Day segment. They come out and say they'll win the Rumble. It's like, oh, wow, cool. Then Enzo and Cass come out and get a huge pop, and you know, I was thinking, oh, okay, they're done with the Rusev Jinder feud. You know, they're all done with that. Past him. You know, put behind him. Nope, Rusev comes out, and then Titus O'Neil comes out, which I didn't mind. You know, he he's enjoyable. He's enjoyable to watch. But Titus comes out and confirms they have an 8-man tag match with the New Day. So it's New Day, Enzo and Cass. Well, no. It 1, 2, 3. It'd be New Day. I think. It was New Day and Enzo. Or wait, no. It was Kofi, Big E, Enzo, and Cass taking on Rusev, Titus, Jinder, and Braun Strowman. But oh yeah, and there was one funny point before the match, or no, during the match. You know, Braun comes out and is with Titus and Rusev. They team up. Byron thinks Jinder is doing high volume workouts due to his physique, aka steroids, because there's no fucking way you can get that way in a week. But then the winner of the match was Team Rusev, and after the match, Braun stands tall, everyone's annihilated. Big Show comes back and confronts Strowman, and they just stare at each other, and then Strowman backs out. Then, yeah. And then also after this match, Show interrupts the cheap plugs that the commentators are giving. He's like, oh, what's up, everybody, what's up? Then, after that, we have the U.S. title rematch between Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho. Kevin Owens interferes in this match, and your winner is Reigns by DQ, but Jericho keeps the title. Really like this because I didn't want them to hot potato the belt. Then, after that, after the match, KO calls for the shark cage to come down. They're gonna put Reigns in it. Reigns breaks out and locks KO in the cage. Reigns, as KO is hanging, Jericho hangs on and is brought up into the air. Reigns Superman punches Jericho, then spears him, and then leaves KO hanging. Then I guess after the commercial, Jericho come out, or they come back and they're complaining about the stipulation, and I guess the stipulation is a no disqualification match. I think there's a new match added to the Rumble because I heard the U.S. title matches or the U.S. title is being defended, but I don't know. We'll wait and see Sunday. Then after that, we have a Charlotte sit-down interview, just talking about Bayley's and hers match Sunday. Then we have Nia Jax coming out and destroying the jobber. Nia's post-match interview and says, I dedicate my victory to the recently deceased career of Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks comes out. Sasha Banks unloads damage on Nia. Banks does double knee on Nia and then doesn't sell the knee injury. She seemed to be walking perfectly after that. Oh, excuse me. Then, after that, we have Austin Aries. No, never mind. We had the 7th match of the night between Rich Swann and Noam Dar with Alicia Fox, so I guess they're playing up the fact that her and Noam Dar are a thing now. Kayfabe or not. But, yeah, Austin Aries said, Dar likes to hunt for chocolate, which I thought was really racist. But, whatever, you can't stop Austin Aries. But the winner of the match was Noam Dar, and, yeah. Then after that, we had a Cedric Alexander interview. Then Alicia and Noam interfere loudly. Then Alexander pushes Noam to the ground. And yeah. And then to end the night, we had Goldberg's message to Brock and everyone else in the Rumble. Goldberg busted himself open. Like he headbutted a locker before this. And then, also, like, I forget what else happened, but, like, he just busted himself open. But, then, before Goldberg can get any words out, Heyman interrupts. Lesnar comes out. Lesnar stops in the ring. Says, hey, man. Says, you gonna come? Yeah, Lesnar stops on the ramp, and then Goldberg interrupts him. It's like, hey, you just gonna stand there and look like a fucking dumbass? And then, yeah. And then, so Lesnar comes down to the ring. They're staring at each other. Taker appears. You know, lights go out. Lights come up. Taker's there. And, stare down before the Rumble. And I honestly don't know who's gonna win the Rumble. I will know by this Thursday when I put up my predictions. But, yeah, really good episode of Raw before the go home, or for the go home. But, yeah, guys, really good episode of Raw, and yeah. But, if you did enjoy and you want to see more, please subscribe. That link is down below. Also, upon me Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you want to see the rest of the playlist, please click the playlist link down below or the annotation on the screen at the end of the video. And also, quick few updates. My rest of my series on my channel, they will come back. I just have to find out what's going on with my recorder, my game cap, and, you know, they'll be up when I figure out the problem. Then SmackDown results are tomorrow, NXT and 205 Live, that's on Thursday, along with my predictions for the Rumble. And, yeah, then Rumble results on Sunday, or Monday, and then, yeah. So that's what's coming, and as always, have a nice day, do all the things I said, and I'll see y'all in the next one.